What's going on today, guys? So today I'm going to do a little bit of an update on all the work that I've done lately. I know I haven't been great at uploading videos. That's just because I want to get everything done. I'd like to get this truck running as soon as possible. So I guess right now I'm just going to update you guys on what I have done since the last video. And today I'm going to be working on wiring up the FiTech unit. And I'll be trying to get all that captured on video. I know there's plenty of videos on it already. However, I just wanted to do it for this project. Obviously the cab's on. I think you guys have already seen that. But since last time, I have installed all the interior, all the trim, everything, the back piece. I know it's really hard to see. I guess I can turn on a light. Got all the trim in here. I've got the carpet in, I got all that in there. I got to put the jack in. Seat belts are on. Headliner is on. Still got to put the passenger side visor on. And then a big update is that I installed my odometer gauges. They work pretty well. I had to modify the dash, the original gauge cluster, quite a bit, but they do work, which is cool, I guess. It's a GPS speedometer, so I don't have to worry about changing a speedo gear or anything like that. So the little sending unit is right here. I need to get a radio for this thing. Yeah, pretty much that's about it. And then we'll go to the back of the truck where I have installed a roll-on bed liner. This is the U-Pole Raptor liner. It actually turned out really nice. I did this 2 days ago, so it's still got a cure for another day or so. I installed the rear window by myself, which I would highly not recommend, because you risk the chance of this falling, and it's a big pain to try and get this seal to seat by yourself. So I guess word of advice is don't install rear windows on these trucks by yourself. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to be working on this wiring here, all for the FiTech, and I'll be trying to video that for you guys. So I'll set you guys up and we'll get to work on that. All right, so you'll see on this FiTech, it's actually quite simple. There's not a whole lot of wires to hook up. I have the power adder system, so there are a few extras for me. However, the basics are, so you got your coil, and that's if you're going to be running just the, if you're not going to be running the timing control. Actually, no, this is if you're going to be using the timing control. Tack is if you are not running the timing control, you hook that up to your tack signal on the distributor. This goes to the negative side of the coil, I believe, or the positive. I can't remember. I'll reassure. And then this is key to power. And then the yellow is fan power. If you want it to run a fan, I will be running a fan. However, I don't have the front of the truck, so I guess I won't be worrying about that right now. And then you've got these two wires here. The red is the battery positive. That just goes directly to the battery. And the orange goes directly to the fuel pump. I guess you guys probably aren't even able to see these things. Well, anyways, they're labeled, they're pre-labeled, and the instruction manual actually is quite extensive, so that helps a lot. But basically, all I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be hooking this up to my battery, the battery positive. I'm going to be running the key positive. I'm going to be hooking the coil one up to the coil. And then the fan is not going to be able to be hooked up because I don't have the fan. And the fuel pump, I'm just going to run down the frame rail because I'm going to be running a fuel cell in the back because I got rid of the actual original tank just because it was a pain. So I'm going to be running this as far back as I can on the frame rail. I might have to splice into it and extend it, but hopefully not. As far as the rest of the FiTech stuff goes, all of this is pre-terminated. It's already got its plugs on there. I had to drill and tap my water neck so I could get this coolant temp sensor for the FiTech because I wanted to still run my coolant temp for the gauge. So I've got that there. And then also there is a lot of plugs in back. Like this plug here is for the O2 sensor that I do not have on the exhaust system yet, just because I do not have a full exhaust system yet. This wire here, I already plugged in. I already had to modify my HEI distributor so I could run the timing control. This goes to inside the distributor. There's typically an ignition module. However, you'll have to insert these into the two plugs. There's two sizes, so it only goes in one way. However, I guess you could force it the other way. There is a guy on YouTube has a great video on this. I will be linking his video in the description as to how to make an HEI run the timing control. His is for the Holly, but it works the same for the FiTech. There's this wire here that I have just zip tied and I'm going to be putting away. This is in case you wanted to run an external or a second fan. It's for if you wanted to do like a nitrous or anything like that. I will probably be using this for like two-step launch control because you do have to hook this up for that. But I'm not going to be worrying about that right now. I think that is as many inputs as there are. I'm just going to hook these wires up and I'll get you guys back whenever I'm done with it. All right, so I have everything wired up. I got my main power to the battery, key to the ignition on this relay. Everything else, the fan is right here. I just have it running with the driver's side lighting because it's going to follow the same path as that. I just zip tied the little blue tack wire there because I will not be using that because I'm using the timing control. I've got my black coil wire here. You probably can't even read that. It says coil to the negative coil terminal on my tack or on my distributor. I ran the fuel pump. You'll see right here the orange and the brown. The orange is the fuel pump, the brown is the fuel level sender. I ran those underneath the truck in a nice tidy loom to here. I have it a little longer than needed because I will be having a fuel cell here. I got my buddy Sam working on that. He is making a little skinnier fuel cell so it won't be this big box taking up a large majority of the bed. It's just going to be in this back portion here. I'm going to be waiting to terminate those wires whenever that gets installed. I've got the the controller in the truck. Wires ran in a kind of tidy way. I've got all my wires behind the brake booster just because it makes it look a little better. Besides that, there's not much left for me to do today. So if you liked the video, please like the video and consider subscribing. See you guys.